Good evening, people, and welcome to Gold Table Football Podcast. India versus Uzbekistan. We lost 3-0. It was a crushing defeat. We will be analyzing everything about the match. I have here with me, as always, Gigi, also DJ from Qatar. I will be coming to DJ first with a generalized question. DJ, you said that India will feel like they're playing at home. How was the support from the Indian crowd today, as there were many Uzbekistan fans also?
It's excellent. We were 3-0 down, but still our fans were cheering and supporting us. And unlike previous match, this match we have seen the Uzbek support as well. It's almost 50-50.
Gigi, you want to say something about this?
Yes, I have a small little point about the support. I think these matches are generally very important for the supporting culture and the fan culture of a particular country. Most of the Indian fans, or many of the Indian fans, they might not be following the ISL or the I League, but they surely would have tuned in today to watch the Indian team perform well. But they must have been extremely disappointed. But we must understand that Uzbekistan is a very strong team. It is a stronger team than many of the European teams as well. So, yes, this is a disappointing defeat, but the fans should remember the continuous progress of the team. So we should be with the team in this difficult time. But yes, this is not a true reflection of the progress of Indian football. I think this is one point I wanted to make right at the beginning.
Yep.
So, moving on from the personal attack made by Gigi on me, DJ, I want to ask you, what was your overall impression on the game? How you were so close to the pitch side? What did you feel?
See, the game is lost within 20 minutes. It's nearly impossible if you 2-0 down against the team like Uzbekistan to make a comeback. And overall, the gameplay was not impressive in the first half. So, yeah, it's disappointing. And the goals we conceded were very soft, and it's like too many defensive errors. 3-0 down in first half. That's over.
Gigi, how did you see the game?
Well, I think the disappointment in DJ's voice is very apparent, and since he was there experiencing it from the ground, I can understand. I can only imagine the amount of disappointment felt by the Indian fans, and we must remember that all of us are primarily fans of Indian football. But coming to the game, I think what DJ said is spot on. He was very brief, but he was spot on. The game was lost in the first 10 minutes. Uzbekistan could have scored 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. The first half, the game completely got away from us. Uzbekistan played a very smart game. They actually did not, uh, they gave a lot of possession to India. India controlled possession, but they controlled the game completely. So, overall
They had
impression is, yeah,
almost 60% of the possession in the first half and equal amount of possession in the second half, but they could not penetrate through the
it
Uzbekistan
is
ranks.
completely misleading. It is completely misleading. The possession did
Completely.
not translate into anything because Uzbekistan was controlling the pace, they were controlling the movements of the game, on the ball, off the ball. Each movement was very calculated, and it is. I remember DJ last day pointed out Australia versus India was a David versus Goliath. This was also much of the same, to be honest.
I just want to add one thing. See, team against superior team like Uzbekistan, you should have a plan B, but we didn't see any plan B from Indians.
Uh, so, Igor Stimac did change his starting lineup from the Australian game. We see Anirudh Thapa coming in. We see an attacking left back changes. By the way, this was predicted by Gigi, so kudos to him. And also, DJ said that Tangri or Suresh would start, not both of them. So we caught the hint from Stimac, but did it actually somehow fail to impact on the game, DJ?
We stated this in our previous episode that first we must retain our defensive composure before attacking, right? And however, I mentioned all three goals conceded were due to defensive error, and the players came in is not stepped up or provided what they are supposed to.
I think that the attacking changes like Anirudh Thapa or Mahesh, nowadays Mahesh, when they tried to string a couple of passes, they were getting in and around the penalty areas of the Uzbek team, but they were missing some kind of final ball in the attacking third, isn't it, Gigi?
Well, I think yes, you're correct. There were some positives, actually, a few very good positives for India. For example, India attacked India. Rahul KP, after he came on, he hit the post. Yeah, our Mahesh, Naudem Mahesh, uh, was all about to score. It was a brilliant strike by him, saved by the Uzbek goalkeeper. So we did have more chances in this game. About Plan B, I think DJ is absolutely correct that there was no Plan B initially. Uh, the entire team looked lost. I did predict that Akash Mishra could be started, but the matter of the fact is, I felt the lack of Shubhashish right at the beginning. After 15 minutes, I think, texting both of you that Shubhashish should have started this match.
Yeah, we all missed Shubhashish. So my what I was saying previously that first half play with Shubhashish, and when it is 0-0 at the half time, then probably you bring Akash early, but it
Now I
didn't happen.
completely agree with that. But I think in the second half, uh, Shimaj did try to bring Suresh down a little in between Rahul Veke and Sandesh Jingan in order to provide some defensive stability, because the ball was not getting through from the defense. Jingan and Rahul Veke, they were playing with each other, they were playing with Gurpreet, and afterwards the ball was getting away from them. So I think that was an effort which worked a little. Second half gameplay was better. Second half, we must remember, but yes, you could say that Uzbekistan hit the post and had many scoreable chances, but second half
So
ended
did we.
goalless.
So did we.
So did we. Exactly. Rahul KP, as I said already, he hit the post. So, and we had very good chances. Rahul Bheke forced a very good save from the goalkeeper on the header. So yes, I think in the second half the play was better, and it ended goalless the second half. That is probably one takeaway, because we cannot be too pessimistic about this result, because we must remember we have Syria, and we'll talk about it later. But anyways, we must be a little optimistic.
Yes. But a thing that I noticed, which I can't be so optimistic about, we saw against Australia, both of the goals came from our errors. And again, you can almost put all the three goals because of our individual mistakes. Why is
Yes.
there so many individual mistakes have going around? Is the big tournament? Do we lack the big tournament mentality?
Yeah, we like, and we cannot fix. You cannot fix that. This cannot be fixed in a day or two, right? So this is some basics, and we don't play. We discussed before that we don't play against this bigger teams very frequently.
And we had
That's
so
a
little
huge
time to
difference.
prepare as well.
Yeah, we
Yes,
didn't have any preparatory
yes,
camp, nothing. Yeah.
individual errors did affect us a lot. But yes, I must also say that the boys put their heart out completely. They were trying from the
There
first to the last
everything.
minute. They did everything they could, but we must acknowledge there is a difference in technical ability between the two sides. Let's
Yes.
be honest. Uh, I don't want to take names here, but apart from one or two players, none of our outfield players, or most of our outfield players, are extremely uncomfortable on the ball. This was a tactical point I wanted to mention, that our midfielders, they do not take the ball forward. They pass the ball immediately, or either they back pass or they forward pass. They do not carry the ball with them. and that
We
is a
don't know.
huge
It's
problem.
it's it's,
We are
it's
missing
mostly
Saha.
it's mostly square pass and back pass. We are saying
Yes.
so. Five most touches in the game we have, four out of them are from the Indian side. Rahul Vacation, this Jinkan, I think Apuya, they received the balls, but then again the square passes, back passes didn't provide us the positive.
And you see all the Uzbekistan players, mostly Shukurov, and all the midfield players, they took the ball, they would dribble a little, go past a player, play a forward pass, play a crossfield ball. So they were doing things with the ball. They were taking the ball with them. And this is a clear technical difference between the two teams.
So,
Also, I felt like physically also, it was like seeing men against boys. That
yes, that is
they were
that we
dominating us
discussed
physically
that we
also.
discussed that we discussed in all episode that physical this Uzbekistan team is physical.
Yes,
They
if we
would be dominating, and physically we cannot win this game. That is already it is this already discussed, and everyone knows that.
Gigi,
yes, if
you
we look at the goals as well, the first goal, for example, we can criticize the individual players. Rahul Dheke, he should have won the header. He should have at least done something. He was completely defeated in the air and through physicality as well. Gurpreet could have come out a little earlier. He should have closed the player down. He did nothing. He was left in a no man's land, to be honest.
I
That
think
was a problem.
the defense was caught ball watching. And my take is that all three goals came from uh, some type of another concentration lap by the
Yes, but
defender.
this concentration lapse was bound to happen because Simach went for the attack. He wanted to score in this match, and we did mention our apprehension. I mentioned my apprehension about this. That did not want this to happen, but I specifically remember mentioning that we might go down 2 or 3 goals in the first half if we try to attack,
Yeah,
and exactly that happened. And
Uh, yes, yes. Please continue.
yes, so that is a problem. That is exactly what I wanted to mention.
So, DJ, we saw that Uzbekistan started the game against Syria in a back three, and today they started the game in a back four. So, was there a tactical element also in their game? We lost the battle
yes, yes.
tactically also.
Yes. See, we discussed. I just now mentioned, right? Physically, we are not gonna win this match. We are convinced of it, and too many adjustment from our side from the previous game costed us. And Uzbekistan were prepared, and they know they have to win this game to be in this tournament.
And they went for the kill.
So they went for the kill. And Syria today, hopefully you watched today's game against Australia, right? So
Clinical as well, extremely clinical.
it's going to be another tough match that also we discussed. Syria matches would not be an easy one, so we have to pull up our socks immediately and start from tomorrow to plan whatever we have in our hand to go and bring some positive result against Syria.
Gigi, I want to ask you, anyone in particular in the Uzbekistan side that impressed you?
Yes, Shukurov is one, and the one playing from the left, uh,
Masharipov.
Masharipov. Yes, Masharipov
Plays for
completely
Panathinaikos.
dominated. Yes,
Yeah. Silky
he's
smooth.
from
He's a silky smooth player. He was lethal in his deliveries also in the set pieces.
yes, and all of the
Ah,
attacking players. To be honest, I remember after 75 minutes, there was a streak of 5 or 6 minutes where they were only playing passes amongst themselves, and it almost resulted in a goal. So uh, it was a very fluid performance by the entire Uzbekistan.
and the first goal scored that guy Fazulev.
He
He
is a
Yes,
was
he was brilliant.
I was in
I loved him.
Uzbekistan in AFC under 20 Asian Cup, right? And he was the man of the tournament in that tournament. And everyone was talking about him, that this boy is going to be the captain of Uzbekistan in future, and he's proving it.
He has magic in his feet. Even the guy that came on for him, that number 20 in the left-hand side,
Yeah,
Arkinov,
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
also doing a
He-
lot inside the box.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Yes, I remember us discussing how Uzbekistan is one of the dark horses of the tournament. In
Yeah,
the first match, drawing with Syria, they did not prove themselves. Unfortunately for us, they proved themselves against us.
and they are right.
both made several changes, and if you see, all three goals came from the changes made by the Uzbek coach, or none of them started in the first match against Syria.
Yes, yes.
So
No,
they
but
are here
tactically,
for the long run.
yeah, tactically they won the game. So
But I
tactically,
think yes, what TD pointed out is also very important. Individual errors cost us a lot because against Syria they were struggling to score. Against us as well, other than our mistakes, they did not. They struggled to score. To be honest, they were creating a lot. They were playing amongst themselves, but they were not eventually translating them into goals.
yeah, mainly
We
in the second half, they are not actually. If you see, they are not able to convert their attack, and
we
that costed
served
them the game against Syria. But again, here we are at losing side because of our errors.
anyways. I think it is the entire vibe is getting very gloomy. Should we just
Yeah,
look forward to what will happen next? What India
yeah.
can
So
look forward?
see, take some positive from today's second half, I would say, and we still have a match and a
Anything can
positive
happen.
outcome. Yeah, yeah, and positive outcome from that match make us happy. So let's hope for the best. On 23rd, we'll be back again, and then we try to win that.
We will be back before that because we will be discussing the preview of India versus Syria, I guess, on
Yes.
22nd, and we will be rounding up all the game week 2 matches. But till then, stay wild.